morning. You join me on... Isn't it funny how my brain is constantly doing like 10 things at once, but when I have to actually do 2 things at once, like talk and put my makeup on, it's just a hard no. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Vlogmas in July. It is Wednesday. It's my nephew's birthday. And today the kiddie winkles are going to my mum's for the day, which is nice. I'm going to drop them off at my mum's this morning, and I think she's going to bring them back at like 3, because then I have to take them swimming this afternoon. Well, I don't have to. I'm choosing to. I think a lot of parents choose to take a break from swimming lessons in the summer holidays, but my kids haven't been doing them for that long, and they're both making really good progress at the moment, and I don't want to lose motion on it. So we're going swimming tonight, and I am, like I said, gonna go work in a cafe this morning, guys. I'm not wearing activewear. I'll show you the full fit in a minute, but I'm not wearing activewear. Who even am I? Basically, I got jealous of my daughter's... I'm being shouted. I got jealous of my daughter's outfit. She's wearing pink wide fit jeans today. They finally fit her. I bought them ages ago, and they're just... She's so weenie. She's 6 years old, but she wears size 5 clothes, bless her. And yeah, I got jealous of her outfit. So I'm also wearing wide jeans, and I'm probably gonna live to regret it, because I bet it, I mean, it's 15 degrees right now, so I'm probably gonna get too hot at some point. Who cares? I just want jeans and cozy. The weather is gonna get nicer. It's gonna like perk up over the next couple of days. Yay. But had a lovely day yesterday. The kids went to playgroup, and I was a little bit worried that the local playgroup might be getting a bit young for them, especially Jeff, not so much Penny, and I knew one of Penny's busy mates was going to be there, but Jeff I wasn't so sure, but he came out absolutely beaming. He was so happy. He had such a good day. He was like, can we go tomorrow? I was like, oh, sorry darling, it's not exactly free, but they're going again on Friday. So yeah, the kids had a really good day. I spent all of the morning editing, and then I had therapy, and then I took all my parcels to the post office for all my vintage things, and then I was considering going for a gym or a walk yesterday, but I have been having really bad sleep. Last night was the same, night before was the same. I'm just really struggling to switch off, and it's my brain. It's not my body. Like, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep, but my brain is just like overdrive at the moment, and I don't really know why. I'm thinking it's probably because I'm not doing the normal amount of exercise that I do. I'm not moving my body as much as I normally do, so I'm just not as tired as I normally am. So I'm feeling a bit tired today, but I'm desperate. I really think I should be all right with even just going for a walk, maybe a gym, I don't know. But the plan is to drop the kids off at my mum's at 9:30, and then I'm going to go and work until I think probably about 12 midday, and then come home, and at that point decide either to go to the gym or to go for a walk. I just want to get it done. I think I've developed a bit of the fear, you know, when you have a break from exercise, whichever it is you do, and then it always feels a little bit scary to kind of go back into it for the first time. I've got a little bit of that going on, but I always know, like, the first one, it's always better than you think it's going to be, and you always feel really good afterwards. And I feel, despite being a bit tired from lack of sleep, that doesn't normally stop me. So I just want to get back to real life. Speaking of which, who's got the best outfit in the world today?
Me.
You just look amazing. I love that outfit. You look like a little 70s kid. That's why I like it.
I have 2 pigtails.
Yesterday was also the big day. It was the activewear drop. And I have sad news. I didn't get the set that I wanted. Honestly, I could kick myself. So I wanted the leggings and the vest that match in a red colour, and I decided I was also going to get it in the brown colour, and I also had a discount code, so I thought I'm going to get both sets. Like, I know I love these are the things I wear all the time, they're going to be perfect for autumn. So I had them all in my basket, and then I went to check out and I saw that I actually had 50 quid's worth of points that I could also use. So I thought, oh, I'm going to get the matching jacket for one of the sets, and therefore I can like wear it all the way through autumn winter as well. So I went to go and choose one of the jackets. I couldn't decide which colour to go for, landed on the brown because I thought I'd wear it more than the red, and by the time I got back to my basket, 3 out of 4 things had sold out. I didn't get the red leggings or top or the brown top. I still got the brown leggings and the matching brown jacket. So yeah, I was a little bit gutted, annoyed at myself. I should have just like made the decision. I couldn't, like, they sold out in 5 minutes. It's mad. I've only got one eye of mascara on, hang on. What I have learnt though is these things always, pretty much, I need a new mascara, inevitably end up on Vinted. I don't know if this drop will. I've already started to see stuff from the last drop. And the specific leggings I've been trying to get for ages are now cropping up on Vinted as well. So fingers crossed the red set that I wanted will eventually come up on Vinted. I think what happens is people buy it, they wear it once or twice, and then they maybe realise that it's not quite for them, and then it goes up onto Vinted. I don't know if there are people buying it and then reselling it at a markup on purpose, because I have noticed a couple of sold out items that are on Vinted for more than they originally cost. I refuse to do that. I'm not that desperate for the activewear to pay more than it's actually worth from this place. But fair enough if that's your vibe. So yes, I felt a little bit sad that I didn't get what I wanted, but never mind, it's only clothes. We will move on. And then what else from yesterday? Oh my goodness, the number of comments on yesterday's video about salmon. Thank you so much for all your fish emojis and all your recipes. So many people telling me about how they cook salmon and how they got to like salmon, and it's kind of like, yeah, I think I am definitely going to give it another go at some point. I've also had quite a few really lovely comments about my parenting chat from yesterday. It's always such a massive risk sharing parenting stuff on the internet, because parenting's a really personal thing and people like to share their opinions, which is fair enough, they've got their right to. I'm here sharing my opinion, why not leave yours? But people aren't always necessarily the kindest in that kind of situation, so it's always a risk. But I had some really lovely comments about my parenting and like what I've been trying to teach Jeff about money and the way I kind of handle things, and I really appreciate it, because I wasn't always this type of parent. By the time Penny was about 2, Jeff was 3.5, 4, I was a full-time shouty parent, and it was one of the main reasons I originally went into therapy. There were a lot of reasons, but one of the big reasons was I just couldn't handle my own children anymore. And at the time, I didn't know that I had ADHD. I didn't know that I was depressed. How I didn't know, I don't know, but all these things that were contributing to it were all going on, and I am so lucky that I have access to therapy. And obviously my therapist specialises in childhood development and childhood trauma, which is why I went to see her, because I knew I had stuff I had to deal with. And so through that I've learned so much about parenting and childhood development, and it's absolutely changed the way I treat my kids, and I'm really proud of who I am as a parent, and I'm really proud of my children. Anyway, so yes, thank you for all your kind words on my parenting. I try really hard. It's my main job, it's my full-time job, this is my side gig. Most of my energy goes into those kids, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of myself. So yes, I need to crack on with the day, take the kids to my mum's. I'm going to go to my favourite cafe, and I am going, it's my mission today to finish writing up the Blair top, because I really don't want to lose momentum on it. And I've had lots of lovely messages about it, so I think it's worth pursuing. And I'd like it to be ready for the weekend for if I manage to find some other yarn for sample too. Anyway, woo, that's your little debrief. Let's crack on with the day. But oh no, there's one thing missing. One thing missing. Can't leave the house without my golden earrings. Oh, another fun thing I did yesterday. I was feeling sad that I didn't get my favourite activewear. So I bought the kids Christmas pyjamas from Vinted. Honestly, I got them both a beautiful set of Christmas pyjamas and they were like £2-3 each. And I'm like, honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to buy new clothes for the kids again, ever. I was also looking at sequin dresses for P because we all know that sequins are truly terrible for the environment, so bad, and it's clothing that we tend not to wear that often. Penny would wear sequins every day if she could, so I thought, and she's got one sequin dress that she wears all the time, and if it's in the wash, she's upset 'cause she wants to wear it, so I thought I'll maybe get her another sparkly dress, but I might let her choose anyway. So random. Let's crack on with the day. This is my outfit. It's very uninspired, but I love it. Big black tee, leopard print belt, baggy jeans. There we go. I'm a cool mum.
Oh, bring me back to that day. I had all of this waiting ahead. It kills to be halfway alive since I had you, and one till I see you again. I don't mind spending a little time away, but want your hands and our pixels unaware.
Look what I'm doing, guys. I'm out on a walk. I feel like I am about to get rained on. Look at that. They look worse in my phone than they do in real life. So I went to the cafe and did about an hour and a half worth of work on my pattern, but I had to stop. I had no choice because I needed to reference my sample and double check some measurements because the waist decreases I did for my sample weren't lining up with like average sizes. So I'm currently trying to decide whether to do waist shaping based on average sizes or just to have it set up so you figure out your own. So the waist shaping is optional. I think my second sample I'm going to do without the waist shaping anyway, just so you can kind of see the two different vibes, because I think tight and cropped isn't everyone's cup of tea. So, and even though it'd be very easy to modify that, you just don't do the decreases in it as long as you want. It's nice to see it IRL or like on a body anyway. So yeah, I've got some thinking to do and I want to double check my sample. I also feel like the short rows that I worked for the back shaping are different from what I wrote down. So that's another thing for me to check, but I will hopefully do that at some point. It's going to be a very busy afternoon. Oh my goodness, look at those clouds. It's going to be a very busy afternoon now. I've got about an hour until the kids get back and my walk takes me about 40 minutes. So I'm hoping I'm going to feel all right after this. I was feeling quite tired this morning, well, when I got back from the cafe, but I then rediscovered an old song that I loved as a child. I would listen to it on the radio. I would listen to Late Night Love. If you're a UK 90s kid, Late Night Love, baby. And I loved the song. I was obsessed with it. And it's How Do I Live by Leanne Rimes. And I don't know, can't even remember what it was that made me think of it, but I suddenly remembered it. And I basically spent the last hour in my bathroom singing along to it on a karaoke track and relearning it. Oh, it's so fun to sing. It's the nicest song to sing. There's one bit that I kind of struggle on a little bit, but you know, I'm not exactly singing a lot at the moment. I still haven't sorted out any singing lessons for myself. That was something I wanted to do this year, but I'm still a bit scared. So yeah, I ended up spending the last hour singing in my bathroom, which I think really energized me. It really like boosted my endorphins. I think singing is amazing for mood and feeling good. Like, not singing to try and be a singer, but just singing in general. Like, I think it does something to the body and mind, which is probably why I'm always singing. It's like a little dopamine, serotonin boost. So I looked at the clock and I was like, OMG, it's 2 o'clock. And my mum's dropping the kids back at 3. So if I'm going to go for a walk, I'm going to go now. So I just didn't overthink it and I just got myself out of the house. I don't think I'm ready for the gym. I might try the gym on Friday, hopefully after a couple of good nights sleep. Thought if I go for a nice walk today, that's going to hopefully tire me out nicely for a nice little sleep tonight. I've been doing my bird app. I've caught like 3 new birds on this walk alone. I caught, what's it called? A yellow hammer. It's got really distinctive cheep. It's like, cheep, 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 cheep. So yeah, that's my impression of yellow hammer. But I am really enjoying being outside. It's not hot, it's kind of breezy. It's like perfect walking temperature. I wish I'd brought some water with me because I think all the singing has like dehydrated me a little bit. But I don't have any water with me, so I'm going to get a march on and finish my walk, and then as soon as the kids are back, I've got to get everything ready for swimming. They're probably going to want a snack, and yeah, I haven't got any knitting to take with me swimming, so maybe I'll do like emergency sock cast on or work on Mr. Penrose's McLaren socks. Yeah, that's probably what I should do. But anyway, let's crack on with the walk because my arm hurts now. Friday. I ended up not filming at all yesterday. I've just edited my clips from Wednesday because I couldn't remember a single thing I said. Yesterday just ended up being a really busy day. As I mentioned, it was my nephew's birthday on Wednesday and they were doing like family things and he had like a party with his mates from school. So yesterday we picked him up in the morning and I took him and obviously my kids to the local gymnastics centre where they do like a soft play morning type thing. So it's kind of like, they've got like a giant bouncy castle and soft play stuff like, but in a gymnastics hall. So they also have the bars and the beams and the sprung floor. And they've also got a trampoline park attached to it. It's excellent. It's so good. And it's right near where my nephew lives. So I took them there as a little birthday treat for him. And then we went back to my sister's for lunch and to like chill out for a couple of hours. And then I drove all the way home and realised I'd forgotten my key. So I then had to drive all the way to my mum's to pick up her spare because Mr. Penrose wasn't answering his phone. And yeah, just turned into a long day yesterday, basically. And then last night, I cast on something new. It's the start of something new. And I want to share it with you because it's filling my soul with joy. I have been, like for the past couple of nights before last night, I have just not wanted to knit. I made my Blair top and loved it and had such fun making it. But since then I was kind of like, blur, like none of my projects were inspiring. That's hard to say. None of my projects were inspiring me. And sorry, I got distracted by a bird. I shouldn't film here because I just get distracted by birds. I was feeling like I should be like continuing on with one of my current active whips or I should be starting a new design. And I'm like, none of that was calling to me. Therefore, I wasn't knitting, but I wanted to knit. And so the other day, I made a Patreon video that I mentioned about all the things I'd knit if I had time to. And one of those patterns was absolutely stuck in my brain. And I just decided to cast it on. I just thought, you know what? I need to practice what I preach. And I'm always saying, follow the dopamine, do what brings you joy. There are no rules within knitting, you can have as many whips as you want. Like, just do what works for you. So I'm like, why am I sitting here telling myself I should be doing this when I want to be doing this? And I cast this on last night, and I'm having so much fun with it. It might possibly be the most perfect needle size yarn pattern combination I've done in a long time. So the pattern is the Elizabeth blouse by Petite Knit. I know, like, I pretty much only knit Petite Knit patterns other than my own, and I know it's terribly unoriginal and people are probably going to come for me for it, but at this point I don't care because I do what I want. And this is something I talked about in my Patreon video. I did a section about things with collars, and I really wanted something with a collar for a while, something very classic, very simple, very plain. And I have tried on my friend's Elizabeth blouse and really, really liked it. So I was like, this is just a winner for me. And the yarn that I've used for it, I have had in stash for a very, very long time. So there's no yarn buying. I had just about the right amount with a little bit spare, and it's a beautiful yarn that I really, really want to use. This was sent to me by a viewer and a friend, so it's not like ad sponsored. This was just, I think you'd really like this yarn and I have it, I'd like to send it to you kind of thing. And it is the, I don't know how I'm going to say this, Vilja. It's Norwegian, I believe. Yes, it is Norwegian. I thought so. I'm sure it was. So it's 100% organic wool. Now I don't know the fibre, or the breed, sorry, I don't know if it's merino or anything like that. So if someone can tell me, because the label is all in a different language, I'd very much appreciate it. But it's absolutely gorgeous. This kind of mushroom greyish colour is so unbelievably up my street. I love it. It's that kind of colour that like goes with everything. It goes with brown, it goes with white, it goes with black, it goes with navy. Like, just, it's my vibe. It's beautiful. And one of the reasons I haven't used it, and I've had this for quite a while, one of the reasons I haven't used it is because it's sport weight and I hadn't found the right pattern for it. And I kind of didn't want to hold it with anything else because I wanted to experience the yarn just as it is. So the Elizabeth blouse calls for Cardiff Cashmere Classic, which it says it's like up to a DK, but having worked with it, it is kind of finer than that. And the gauge for this pattern is 23 stitches on 4mm needles, which isn't something that like computes for me. I find with Petite Knit patterns, sometimes I can match gauge exactly with the recommended needle size. Sometimes I'm completely different, and that's usually because I'm an English style knitter and Petite Knit is a continental style knitter. So they're very different knitting styles. So I started with the 4mm needles and I didn't particularly like the fabric. And it was very obvious very quickly that I was nowhere near gauge. I didn't bother gauge swatching. I tend not to because I'm more interested in the fabric I create, and I also have the skills to edit the pattern so that I can make sure it still fits. Like, if I'm off gauge, I'm not expecting it to fit exactly how it recommends. And because this is a raglan pattern, it's very easy for me to fudge the numbers and make it work for me. But it came very, very clear that one, I was massively off gauge, and two, I didn't particularly like the fabric. I hadn't blocked it, so it might have bloomed a bit more, but it just didn't feel right. And so you start with the collar. And so I cast on the collar and I kind of did a little section of it and put it around my neck. And it was huge. It was clearly not going to work. So I've gone down to a 3.5mm needle, and it's the smallest needle I've ever knit a garment on. And I'm a little bit scared. However, the fabric that I'm creating is so beautiful. I think that alone is going to spur me on to get this done. Who knows, it might take me years. I might get through the yoke and get onto the body, and then it goes the way a lot of my garments go, into a pile somewhere, because I get so bored on the body. I think what I'll probably do with this is, once I've split for sleeves and body, I'll do the sleeves first, because I don't have any more of this yarn and I don't think I can get any more of this yarn. So I'll probably let the length of the body be dictated by how much yarn I've got. But here is what I've got so far, and this is just from what I cast on last night and that I've been doing whilst editing. So you start with a Judy's Magic cast on, and so you're working the double-sided collar in the round. Now in the pattern it gets you to cast on across 2 needles, and then you work each side with the needle that you've cast onto. That was just faffy and pointless to me. You can do Judy's Magic Cast On onto 1 needle if you've got a long enough cable, and then effectively work it magic loop. So I guess if you hate magic loop, you can do it over 2 needles, but having to pick up and change needles every half a round, I'm just not here for that. So I've got magic loop and I really like it. And I'm really hoping that I can get across just how lovely this fabric is. It's so smooth and neat, and it's so soft. I'm so excited by this. I can see myself wearing this hopefully a lot. I've gone for, so obviously that's going to sit there kind of like this. It's not too deep a collar, it's not too thick a collar. I am going for not too much ease on this one. I don't want it to be like big and oversized for me. I want it to be a little bit more size appropriate. So I've gone for a size 2, which is, sorry, not a size 2, a small. She still uses letters, which is designed to fit a bust circumference of 85 to 90. Now my bust circumference is 88, so I'm like right smack in the middle of that range. So it should be about right. The actual circumference is 96, so I've still got 8 centimeters of positive ease, which isn't a huge amount. So I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, hang on a minute. Have I gone for the wrong size? Because it's telling me that you should have approximately 6 centimeters of positive ease. But I've got 8. Should I have gone for the extra small? That feels wrong. And I'd have 4 centimeters of positive ease. So for me, it's basically a choice between 4 or 8 centimeters. I think 8 is probably better. Like, I don't think it's a hugely oversized garment anyway. And if my gauge is a little bit off, I don't know. I kind of like the excitement of not knowing how it's going to go. I kind of like the mystery of it. Like, I'm happy for it to go either way. I think it'll be fine if there's more or less more or less positive ease. I don't really mind either way. So it's quite exciting. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying working on this. And I think this is just going to be a nice project that's just kind of like sits there in the background. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it, and I feel no pressure to work on it by a certain time or finish it. I'm just enjoying the process, and the needle size and yarn combination flows through my hands like I can't even describe. I'll put in a bit of B-roll of me knitting, but I feel like I can knit really fast with this combination. Just something about it works and feels really nice in my hands. And that's what we want from our knitting, isn't it? I'm very much a process knitter, I think. Like, in the end, I think the projects that I enjoy the most are the ones where I love the process. So this is just the perfect project for me. So that's what I've been working on. Today, I have been procrastinating a lot. I've got a lot to do today. The kids are at playgroup until 4 o'clock. The cleaners come at 1:15 and it's 11. So I need to do a big old house tidy because, my God, having the kids home all the time means the house is basically constantly messy. And it needs to be tidy when the cleaners come. So I've got to do that this morning. I need to go and do a little food shop. I need to drop off a package. And my walk the other day was fabulous. I felt nicely tired. I didn't feel exhausted. It didn't take me 2 days to recover. So I think I may well be ready for a gym. However, it's such a beautiful day. 26 degrees today, blue skies. I feel like I should make the most of the weather and go for a nice walk. Or maybe I do both. Who knows? It depends how much time I have. But I'm going to bring you along with me for the rest of the day today, and then I'm going to close this vlog off because I want to edit it tonight, because tomorrow I'm going to the Summer Wool Festival with my knitting bestie Anna, and it's also race weekend. Finally, there's been no races since Silverstone and I'm ready for another one. And it's a sprint weekend. They'll be missing the sprint race because we'll be at the wool show, but we should be back in time for quali and we're all going to watch it together, Anna's family and my family, because Anna's husband is my husband's friend. That's how I met Anna, and our kids like to play together and they hang out when we go and do yarny things, and that's basically what tomorrow's going to be. So I'm going to be vlogging tomorrow. the wool show, and then I will probably catch up with you again on Sunday with like what I bought and why and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with my day today, and hopefully this video won't be too long, but who cares if it is. Anyway, I need to stop procrastinating cleaning up my house. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on Leanne Rimes' greatest hits and clean to that, because if you can clean and tidy your house in silence, then who even are you? I don't understand your brain. Let's crack on with the day. One more thing. Happy 5 months until Christmas. I started rewatching an old Vlogmas today, watching Samantha Joe 2022 Vlogmas. She's my favourite to rewatch. She's just so real and funny and happy and loves Christmas, and I just love it. So yes, you're now officially allowed to start rewatching old Vlogmases. You have my permission. I started rewatching them in June.
What kind of life would that be? Tell me now. Ever so long. There's a magical feeling, it's alright. It's gonna get to your heart. You care. Oh, that's the truth. Don't you know that you care?
Do I look like I'm about to go and play tennis? It's a bit much, isn't it? This is like a little sporty thing. I've got it in black, but I can't find it. I don't know what I've done with it, and it's driving me mad because I love wearing it. But I also have it in white, and I'm wondering if the white and the white is just too much. I think it's too much. But too much for who? Is it too much for me? No, I like it. Might people think I'm going to go and play tennis? Yes. Is that a bad thing? No. What's wrong with playing tennis? I kind of want to play tennis now. I feel cute. I'm going to stick with it.
Follow through, take your time. You move like water and taste like wine. You're holier than I am, holier than I am.
I've got a feeling, or at least I hope, we'll be seeing some combines not too soon. If you've joined me before for a vlog during summertime, you'll know that Combine Day is one of the favourite days of the year in our family. We're so lucky to live opposite these stunning fields. And so from our living room, we can usually hear the combines before we see them. And then we go out into the field and walk around and watch the combines. It's always like such an amazing sight to see. They're so big, and I've got pictures of the kids in front of the combines from every year we've lived here, bar one where they did it at night, and I was gutted. But we've got a couple of days of dry weather now. I reckon it's nearly combined. Hey! I made it to the gym. I'm hoping I'm recording through my earphones so that you can hear me no matter where we are. Yay! I made it to the gym. I decided we got back home at like 2 o'clock, and I couldn't book the gym until 2:30, so I just decided to go for a little walk. A little gentle 20-minute walk round the fields. It was lovely. And now I'm here. I've just done my stretches and my warm-up, and I did some press-ups on my knees, and it was humbling. I've definitely lost strength, but that's to be expected, and that is okay. So I'm just going to do a very simple, low weight, full body. I'm not trying to push anything here. I'm just trying to see where I'm at. I want to see where my body's at. I'm not trying to exhaust myself, but I'm just ready to reconnect. I'm so excited. I have been asked a few times actually in regards to gym stuff, like how do you start? So many people tell me that they want to start, but they just don't know where to start. start by doing some research, basically. Watch a load of videos is what I did. I found quite a few like fitness influencers that I really liked and really enjoyed and thought their message was good and healthy. I'll link my favourite fitness people below for you if you're interested. And I just watched a load of videos and basically realised that there are so many different ways to work each muscle group. And I just tried out different exercises until I found the ones that I really, really enjoyed doing. And you're much more likely to keep coming back and keep doing the same thing every week if you enjoy it. If you hate doing squats, don't do squats. If you hate doing hip thrusts, don't do hip thrusts. There are so many different things to do. I love hip thrusts because they make me feel like a woman.
I feel like a woman.
Like they make me feel so powerful. And I'm going to bring you over. So I have lower back issues which are left over from pregnancy. So I saw a physiotherapist and she basically said if you want to support your lower back and stop feeling pain, you need to build up your glutes to support my weaker area. And she basically started me on bodyweight hip thrusts, and I just did that for ages, and now I hip thrust with weights. No, I started with glute bridges and then I moved on to hip thrusts. I was hip thrusting quite a lot. I don't think I'll be doing much today, but I just think it's a great place to start. It helps me connect with my body. It's really easy to get the mind-muscle connection with this exercise. I find like foot placement is important, but yeah, just find the exercises you love. I think I probably spent weeks just trying different things in the gym, and I eventually found the things that I loved. I started doing Bulgarian split squats. I hate them, so just stop doing them, and maybe when I've built some more strength up, I'll go back to them. But honestly, it doesn't have to be painful, it doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be like strenuous. Obviously, if you want to make change, then you do have to work hard and consistently, but consistency, not perfection. Honestly, it's my mantra for most things in life, but particularly in the gym, because I think so many of us are made to feel like we have to be like absolutely dying after every workout for it to be worth it, and it's not the case at all. It's really, really not. That's just diet, wellness culture rubbish. So find exercises that you love and just repeat them and increase your weights, and that's literally as simple as it is. It doesn't need to be difficult. It really doesn't. The gym is like really scary, and I feel very lucky that I've got this like private space that I can use, because for me a big stopper of going to the gym was exercising around other people. I think I'd probably be all right with that now that I know what I'm doing, but there are also a lot of women only gyms now, or gyms with women only areas, so you can look into that as well if you're nervous about exercising in front of other people or exposing yourself in that kind of way. So yeah, right, no more procrastinating, let's get on with it. Okay, now I've talked about Bulgarian split squats, I want to try one, see how it feels. Unweighted. So you stick your foot out, lean forward, foot on bench. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 8. Oh my goodness. They're killer, but they really, really do hit. Doing exercises like this, where you are working just one side of the body at the time, are really good, because we all have imbalances in our body. So the idea is you start on your weaker side and then match what you can do on your weaker side on your stronger side. I've lost count. Let's say 5. And then it should even things out. And I definitely have a weaker and a stronger side. 7. Ooh, because of my back. Oh my goodness. Woo! You're coming with me throughout this set. You're going to help me get through it. So when I'm at the gym, I usually listen to an audiobook. Sometimes music if I'm hyper-focusing on a particular music at the time. But Leanne Rhymes didn't really feel appropriate in the gym. current audiobook I'm listening to is Powerless, and I'm really enjoying it. I just finished a crazy long series, well there were 2 series in the same world, like 6 or 7 books, and they were all like 30 hours long, and it was like very like fae, gods, magical beings, creatures, that kind of thing. And Powerless is not like that at all. I've lost count. It's very much like normal people who have ended up with superpowers, and like that's it. So it's really nice to be in a different kind of universe, and I kind of instantly got along with it. I like the main characters. The pace is quite nice. It's not too fast, not too slow, and yeah, just about right. There's no smut so far. I think it might be quite light on the smut. I don't really know. I don't need a book to have smut in it. I mean, it's always nice, it's always fun, but I love world building. I love slow, steady, lots of different characters building their own stories and their own relationships. I love it. So this one is a little bit more chill, but I need that, because you know when you get so immersed in a world and then when it's all over you kind of have to have a bit of a mourning period. Like, it takes a lot for me to get into a new world. So yes, very much enjoying Powerless. If you've read it, let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't read it, maybe give it a go. I have no idea how many I've done. I feel like about 7. Woo! Let's call that 8. Thanks for helping me through that. I shan't do anymore.
I swear I love you, but I am afraid. 'Cause you pull me in, I'll push away. Afraid I will.
Good afternoon, loves. Good evening. Evening segment, afternoon segment. I don't know what the time is because I haven't got my watch on. But look, I made myself a bracelet. Isn't it very adorable? It's 5 o'clock, so yeah, kind of is evening, and I've come here to close this video off. I feel like this has been a very, very random vlog, but life is random. I am feeling very, very good after my gym session. I stopped after about 45 minutes. I felt, all right, love. I felt done by that point, and I did bicep curls and shoulder raises, and yeah, I just felt like I'd moved enough. So I took a gentle walk home, and I managed to watch the first half an hour of sprint quali, and then I picked up the kids, and then the 3rd round was delayed a little bit, so I managed to catch the last round of quali as well whilst I finished folding the washing, which I've also just put away, and I'm feeling like I've got that Friday feeling, that end of the week, the house is clean and tidy, all the jobs are done, I'm just waiting for my husband to get home, put the kids to bed, enjoy a succulent Chinese dinner, and yeah, just relax for the evening. I think tomorrow we will be leaving bright and early, about 9 o'clock, to get down to the Southern Wool Show. I've never even been to that one, the Summer Wool Show, and obviously I'll be taking you along with me. So I'm gonna round this one off here. I'm going to edit the rest of this video so that I can sit down and chill out tonight and knit away to my heart's content. I've put a few more rows into my collar. It's getting longer, so yeah. It'd be nice to get this to the point where it's all like joined and I'm just working the yoke. Most of the yoke is worked back and forth because it's like a Henley kind of V-neck type situation. So hopefully it will still be all right for me to take with me on the road tomorrow. Although I don't think we'll have that much knitting time. Last time we were there, we did stop and had a cup of tea and a cake and like sat and chatted for a bit, but I'd be quite keen to get back tomorrow in time for quali. So we'll see how we get on, but I am going to go and have a bath. I'm going to get nice and clean. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to let it dry all curly and natural, ready for tomorrow. And yeah, Can you tell I'm feeling good? This is the effect that walking and going to the gym has on me. Yes, there are physical health benefits. Yes, there are aesthetic benefits. But what it does to my mood and my soul and my well-being is just unquantifiable. And I'm so grateful that I'm at a point in my life now where I can enjoy and appreciate exercise for what it is, not as a punishment, not as a way to try and shrink myself, just for the joy of it. And I'm so lucky that I get to do it. So if you are still in the place that I was 2 or 3 years ago, just know there is hope, and you can get better, and you can change your relationship with food and exercise and with yourself. It's completely possible. You just got to do the work. And it's hard, but my goodness, it's worth it. So, thank you so much for joining me again. We really are getting to the last few episodes now. There'll be another one over the weekend of the yarn show and hopefully some gardening on Sunday, because I've got some bits to do. And then maybe one more or maybe 2 more next week. The last day is Thursday, I believe, the last day of June. Yes, because we're going on holiday on the Friday, on the 1st. Yes, so there are 31 days in July, the last day being Thursday. So yes, at least 2 episodes left, maybe 3. We will see. But thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a fantastic weekend doing whatever it is you get up to at the weekend. I hope you find time to rest. I hope you find time to spend with loved ones. I hope you find time to just spend with yourself if that's what you need. But see you all again. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, but you'll probably see me on Monday. So